world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll diss my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. Some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're back at it again with the WNBA. Obviously, for those who have not really seen, following me on Twitter, like I said, I tweeted this out, I think, a couple days ago, knowing that, yeah, this is a big matchup for between these two teams who have a lot of expectations going into the season early. Before we get into it, if you guys are new, make sure you hit that like button, definitely hit that subscribe button, because we are live for the most anticipated matchup. Let's bring out actually technically three best teams. But what's good, Mitch? What is going, Coach Ed? Shout out to Jack C with the $2 super chat. Yeah, trust me, if you're a Liberty fan, yeah, you ain't gonna miss this. And obviously, Aces fan, not for me either. So, but we're coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Absolutely, Coach Ed. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So right now, the Liberty coming in at 10-3. Let me try this down. Obviously, both teams, well, let's be real, coming off close wins. The Liberty coming to this one off a 1-point victory over the Washington Mystics. Oh, yeah, definitely, Coach Ed. Give me 1 second. Here we go. And then the Aces, well, let's keep it on. It's coming off an ugly ass win against the Indiana Fever, which should not have the way that it did. But yeah, look, win's a win, but good Lord, it was very ugly to say the least. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh God, got you. But you got a battle of the All-Star captains. You got Brianna Stewart, 2018 MVP, 5-time All-Star. Asia Wilson, 2-time MVP, both in 2022, also 5-time All-Star, both averaging, Stewart averaging 22.6 points per game, 10.3 rebounds. Asia Wilson, 19.6 points per game and 9.4 rebounds per game as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So your start lineups, you got Bettina Laney, Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Sabrina Ionescu, and Courtney Vandersloot, Jackie Young, Candace Parker, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and Chelsea Gray. No changes there for the Aces in their starting five. So the Aces going on with their home black. For the Liberty is the home whites by the looks of it, which I'm surprised actually I would have thought we're going with a different color, but all right. Get ready for tip-off in about a second. So we got Jones and Wilson to tip it off. And the tip-off goes to the Aces. Now we got Parker now leading the point. Hands it off to Young. Jack Young out to Plum for three. A little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Benijah Laney. Jesus Christ, I'm going to have a hard time saying her first name. Jesus Christ. We got Vandersloot, screened by Jones. Vandersloot pulls up from mid-range. A little bit too strong off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Gray. Out to Jackie Young. Picked up by Vandersloot. Screened by Wilson. Nice bounce pass to Wilson inside with a fake. And that is good for two. Hey, you ain't wrong, Keith. Already up to a 2-0 start for the Aces. So now we got Stewart. Stewart picked up by Wilson. Hands it off to Vandersloot. Vandersloot out. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be turned over. And speaking of it, for the New York Liberty, Coach Ed.
Peace and blessings, bro. How are you, man?
I'm great.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely going to be an exciting game.
Yep. I got Parker now hands it up to Young, who, let's be real, has been stepping up her game the last few years, which I've been very impressed. Young. Out to Gray. That's where Gray was pretty much one of that backbone. Off the glass, that is good for two. Quick 4-0 start by the Aces.
Yeah, these are definitely I'm excited. These are the two top scoring teams.
Yeah, two of the top three in terms of scoring. Even though, let's be real, good Lord, that Fever game made me rethink things. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And Vandersloot cannot finish, and Jones with a putback. On the second chance plays by Jonquel Jones.
She's been starting to step up her game now.
Yep. A fadeaway jumper, a little bit short. And that was a Ionescu with the board. Ionescu out to Stewart. That's good for two by Brianna Stewart. All even at four. We got Gray out to Young. Young with the pump fake. And that was going to be blocked out of bounds by Jonquel Jones at 7:44. And Becky Hammond right now in her 32nd season and overall 39-11 as the Aces head coach so far this season. We got Gray. Looks like post up Ionescu with a fadeaway. Down it goes. That's going to be a 3-point play coming for Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, she got her on the elbow. The question is, for me, is not even going to be the starters. It's going to be the bench.
Yeah, like it's pretty much the battle of the benches.
Mm-hmm.
Because the starting five is fine. It says like who's going to be the superior bench, basically. Because Stewart, a little bit off the front iron, off a good look from deep from three. They got Parker to Young. Young picked up by Ionescu with a fadeaway jumper. Down it goes for Jackie Young. And Vandersloot. And tip it can't finish by Brianna Stewart. And Plum leading the charge. Goes by Jones. That is good for two.
Each team are attacking the rim, but Vegas is the one finishing at the rim while New York
Yeah.
just missing.
Now I got Jones at the top of the key. Out to Vandersloot. Picked up by Wilson. Out to Stewart in the post. And we get a defensive second going against Las Vegas. And Stewart for the free throw, and she hits it.
I mean, Vegas is doing definitely a good job. To me, in terms of getting physical, because that's one of the things that I've been noticing about teams playing New York. They're playing them very physically. So,
yep. And Nescu to Vandersloot, out to Stewart, and that is good for two by Brianna Stewart. A good look by Vandersloot. Now we got Gray. Now hands off to Plum. Plum driving to the basket. That is off the glass. That is good for two.
Spreading that lane and just allowing them to attack the middle.
Mm-hmm. So Vandersloot kind of now leading the point. Hands off to Stewart. Back up to Vandersloot. To Stewart for three. A little bit off the mark. Now that was a rebound by Parker. Ooh, out to Wilson in the paint. Oh, fade, and gets blocked up top by Jonquel Jones. So it's a good ball move to Jonquel Jones, and that's good for two. Yep, Jackie Young. Out to Gray. Now to Parker with a fadeaway jump. Cannot hit. Or Sabrina Nescu pulls down the rebound. Out to Vandersloot. Laney for three. Down it goes for Laney. Well, that's fantasy points for me. So nice bounce pass to Plum. Picked up by Nescu, kind of a little bit of a pest on the wing. Three by Plum, cannot hit. Stewie with the rebound. Looting the charge. Out to Vandersloot, and Courtney Vandersloot, and that's going to be... And obviously, it's going to go the other way back to Las Vegas. Another turnover by the Liberty.
I mean, that was a good thought. I like the movement. I like the cut. Courtney has to do a better job getting hold of that ball so she can make a play. So, but again, these teams are going back and forth. I like what I'm seeing. So, as a fan, it's very exciting. And New York's a little bit tight, just a little bit tight.
I've noticed in their games they're not loose. It's like you got a nice roster. It's just like play loose. Like you don't have to be so uptight all the time.
Well, it's not. A lot of it is they're trying to figure out each other, and they're starting off slow, and then they're trying to catch up later in the game. I mean, the same thing happened with their last game against Connecticut.
I thought Connecticut. I would say that we're going to take a step backwards, big since they lost Jones, but I mean losing Brianna Jones to an Achilles injury. We'll see how that really affects them going forward.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but they're still a playoff team. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Washington and Connecticut are definitely playoff teams coming out of the East. It's just like you said. Losing Jones is going to be key. Especially for the season.
Yeah, and he lost Jonquel to free agency. And with Washington, they got to stay healthy. That's the thing, because they're not going to have Shakira Austin for the next few weeks or so.
Yeah,
with a hip injury.
When I saw that, man, I was just like, wow.
They cannot catch a break.
No, they really can't. So, but this is breaking out to be a battle of for me, in a sense. Yeah, you could say the top two, but I still say it's the top four
Oh,
with
absolutely. Yeah, top
Washington.
3, top 4, easy.
Yeah, Washington, that first game against New York, they showed that they can play. So, but like you said,
Absolutely.
Austin, losing Austin is going to be a big one. So, but again, like I said, it's to me, I want to see the benches, how they play, because New York can throw some players out there when you put Thornton out there, when you put Johannes out there, they don't
She's another
lose.
one I had to keep my eye out for because I mean, know how her court vision is second to none. But
Oh,
Courtney Vandersloot
Johannes.
tonight, this is her 2500 career start in the WNBA tonight, which is actually
Hmm.
awesome to see. So we got Gray out of the timeout. Bray picked up by Inescu. Comes out
Hmm.
to Wilson, who,
Good
let's be real,
shake.
has got a lot of frustrated from Malia Boss, which I had to give her a lot of credit for. Which
Hmm.
fadeaway jumper. Oh, get the friendly bounce off the back iron by Chelsea
Good.
Gray. Now there's Vandersloot to Jones to Inescu. Back to Vandersloot around the screen. Out to Stewart. Good ball movement to Inescu with the pump fake. To Stewie with the floater.
Hmm.
Down it goes. Easy money for Stewie.
Oh, I just noticed you got Kia Stokes. Is that Kia Stokes?
Kia Stokes is 41, yeah. Out to Gray. Gray picked up on Inescu with the Wilson come up with the screen.
I have a
Out to bounce
problem with
pass.
I have a problem with
Plum for
Stewie, the
3.
way she
That
had.
is money for Kelsey Plum. Because
Really.
we will use Kia Stokes as a backup for Candace Parker. Because I mean she's not the same player as
Hmm.
she used to be, but I think she's kind of didn't realize, I'm 37, like I don't really have the spring in my step like I used to.
Hmm.
With that and nice putback. Oh, putback cannot go for Laney. Dang it. That's more fantasy points missed. From the free throw line by Chelsea Gray, rattles it and out. And Jonquil Jones comes up with the rebound, hands it off to Vandersloot. Vandersloot taking on Wilson on the baseline. And we get a double, like a carry called against Vandersloot. I don't know.
All right, so you got Caleb Thornton in now, and Johannes, like I said earlier.
Yep. And Plum off the glass. That is good for 2. We got Vandersloot off to Stewie, back to Core. Oh, and Vandersloot managed to hang on.
Okay.
They got
Okay, there it is. Good
that
ball movement.
3 by Stewie. Oh, that is Brandon
Hmm.
Stewart with a 3. And I got Gray around the screen by Stokes. Fadeaway jumper. That can't finish. It looks like Laney comes. Was that Thornton with the rebound? I can't
Yeah,
tell.
that's Thornton. That's Caleb Thornton's in number 5.
Okay. Now to Stewie. Say up to Inescu or Johannes. Oh, that is just a nice
Johannes,
floater. So when I just saw the 23, I said, "Yep, that's Johannes," because her and Brianna, it's kind of hard to tell with the damn ponytails because they got both the same hairstyle.
Yeah, Johannes was.
And again, there's also
lighter.
I think what was it Inescu wears a knee brace, I'm thinking, or like a knee sleeve.
Yeah.
Johannes for 3, a little bit too strong with the back rim, falls, and we get a loose ball, or it's a loose ball foul going the other way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Almost got a foul there. Kelsey already at 11 points. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's number 7 for the Aces?
That's Alicia Clark.
Okay. So she's
because we picked her up as well in the off season as well. And Plum, she takes on Johannes, and that's poked away. And on Inescu leading the charge on the 2-on-1. And Thorne had to put the brakes on it, pulls it right back out. Ball move, some good ball movement out to Inescu on the wing. With a screen. And that's poked away by, like, Kia Stokes hits her hand on it. That's Kelsey Plum. Will draw the contact, going to the line for two.
I need to see that again because I thought she put her shoulder into her.
Yeah.
That's off her foot.
First is good by Plum. Another one that's been actually printed okay has been Kayla George that we picked up from Australia. She hasn't really done much coming off the bench, but both free throws are good. Yeah, I figured that it's going to be as close to this. We got Stewie posting up Clark out to who that? Okay, is that number 8? I see.
For who?
New York.
It's number 5. That would be Kayla Thornton.
She's got orange hair.
Naira Savali.
Thank you. And that's good defense by the Liberty.
Oh, she was 6. Okay, yeah.
So a 3-point game with Inescu. Screened by Thornton. Now hands it to Thornton. And Thornton will draw the contact. That's going to be the Aces' first team foul. Going to be 2 free throws coming for Kayla Thornton. Coach Ed, I don't know if you saw Kiana Travis. She's got a new team now after gotten cut before after training camp.
You did?
Yeah, she's with the Lynx now.
No, who was that?
Kiana Trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw her their last game when they just played on the other day after the Liberties game. They just won against Seattle. Yeah,
Seattle, like what the hell happened?
They lost everyone. You think about it, they lost a lot. So.
I mean, you lost 2 to retirement. I mean, Super, I can see it. Brianna January, I don't think she was that old though. That's the crazy part though.
Brianna's January, I think, is in her early 30s.
She was still too young though, and definitely, Stewie, they are definitely feeling that for sure. Yeah, Plum to Wilson or Stokes. Down it goes for Kia Stokes. Now we got Johannes. So that's Inescu to Thornton for 3. Little bit off the mark, but good look by Thornton. Plum down with 20 seconds here in the first. Picked up by Stewie, drawing the attention of Brianna Stewart. And it looks like they're just going to run the clock. Plum taking on Stewie, apparently. Out to Alicia Clark. Clark with the fingertip at the buzzer, and that is good for and that's concludes the end of the first. So
it's a good game. Definitely a good game.
Absolutely.
The Aces are showing that championship medal, so I mean, to be expected. New York, though, they got to definitely get it together. One of the things that I definitely think they need to work on is their pick and roll defense, because the Aces are attacking them there.
I've in some of the games I've seen, their pick and roll defense it's not bad, but it's an area of improvement that need to do it.
Exactly. I mean, there's a couple times I'm watching Stewie where she's not fully hedging. She's just sticking her hand out, not really helping her teammate. So it really hinders what they want to do, because that means her defender is going under.
Because I think they're just taking advantage of her size, because when she goes up, they're already right by off the glass. Especially if someone like a Kelsey Plum is only standing 5'8", 5'9", and she's already by you. It's already too late at that point.
Exactly. So
man, I feel bad for Mercury fans. What the hell? Yikes!
I mean, that's another one where Diana Taurasi.
I think her age is finally catching up to her.
Yeah,
Brianna, coming off yeah, they don't have Skylar Jenkins Smith, which that's kind of
that's what I think is a bigger loss than most people realize. Because she can help stabilize.
Yeah, because I think she's I think with our best 3-point shooter I remember the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So and the way she can control the offense, she takes a lot of that pressure off of Diana Taurasi. So
Rossi.
as she can be that primary ball handler, but she can play off of that. So and yes, she's
Absolutely.
definitely good with the 3-point shot. So and she can do a great job of setting up her teammates. So
I think another team that I could see right now that because me and Key and Dante actually, or mostly Dante pointing this out for a team that I think he said like a certain threshold for a team like the Indiana Fever, who, well, let's be real, they were god awful last year. I mean, 5-9 through the first 13 games. I mean, I'm not really asking. I mean, you can't really ask for them much. I mean, they're still a team that's, I'm not saying like a full blown rebuild, but I think it's more like a retooling phase for them. But I still like, Kelsey Mitchell over there, even though it was actually pretty nice when they had her sister Tiffany over there. I think she's with the Lynx now or no, that's, where is she now? Okay, now I'm really drawing a blank here. Kelsey Plum Murray tonight, 13 points, 3 assists. Mm. So now we got Ionescu to kick off the second quarter. Hands it off to Johannes. Out to Jones. Jones out to Ionescu. Drawing a double team, mostly on Plum. Stokes. She couldn't get that done, but good bucket by John Paul Jones underneath.
All right, New York actually is going small. I mean, Kayla Thornton is on. Who that is she on? Candace Parker.
I think Parker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have Laney picked up by a Plum.
Yeah. So
Parker for 3. Down it goes for Candace Parker.
I get it, but what do you?
It's like John Paul Jones.
Wow! Something broke on that one. So
that's just dirty by Sabrina Ionescu. Plum with putting the brakes on, out to Clark in the post.
Good move.
Clark posting up with the baby hook. Down it goes. Good for 2 by Alicia Clark. Now we got Ionescu picked up by Plum with a screen. I'm going to try to go a pick and roll with a floater. A little bit too strong. Plum pulls down the rebound.
All right, Renija.
Oh, good. Ooh. Now I got Ionescu picked up by Plum. Oh, damn. Out to, was that Laney in the corner? Steps inside with a fadeaway. Oh, cannot go. That was an easy look for her. We got Clark out to Plum. Plum picked up by Ionescu, out to Parker in the post, and that's going to be quick foul against the Liberty, apparently. And side out to Gray, back to Parker. Parker scanning the court, out to Plum, picked up by Vandersloot, and looks like Alicia Clark's going to go draw the contact.
Yeah,
that's going to be the second team foul.
Low. Which is smart. Take her down low.
Now Parker, back to Gray. Gray picked up by Laney. Laney being a very of a pest. I gotta give her credit for their defense. And out to Parker for 3 again. That's gonna be a shot clock violation on Las Vegas. So gotta get the Liberty that. A good defensive stop on that possession.
Yeah, they hit him with they hit the double teams, caught him a little bit. So,
And the only one that, man, at some point, I mean, Raquan Williams, just, that back injury is still keeping her out. Now, I think that might be keeping her out for most of the season for Raquan Williams on that back injury. You got Laney out to an Vandersloot. Vandersloot cannot go with the up and under. And rebound pulled down by Parker with the behind the back. Don't do that. And Plum.
Kelsey Plum is killing them tonight.
And Plum just splits a couple defenders. That is good for 2. And I think, like you said too, not just the fact that we're beating you on the pick and roll, but she's just using her size to beat you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, they have bigger guards than what New York has.
That's that Vandersloot. Oh, that is good for 2 by Courtney Vandersloot. 35-28. Early here in the second quarter.
I think if New York can really be a lot more consistent on that 3-point.
Absolutely. And out to
Parker. It'll open up a lot more.
Well, Stewie gets a hand on it, and we get a jump ball. And Stewie said, no siree. We got a bit of a got a mismatch going here on the tip ball, on the jump ball.
Stewie has some pressure, make it difficult, man. Okay? What do we have?
Looks like offensive foul going the other way. That's going against Las Vegas. That's going to be on Chelsea Gray, apparently. So it looks like they said that she started too soon. We got Vandersloot now directing traffic out to Laney. Laney to Jones to Vandersloot. Back to Laney. Laney open 3. A little bit off the mark, but rebound pulled down by Jackie Young. Jackie Young taking on Sloot. Vandersloot now has to put the brakes on. Out to Wilson. Wilson, tough shot. Down it goes for Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson, so far this season is trying to chase that double-double record. Specifically, Fowler's double-double record.
Yeah, I think what is she points per game? Where is she at in the league?
She's
7th in the league. She's 7th in the league, 19.6.
I think was Arika still number 1?
Joel Lloyd is number 1 at 24.5.
Oh,
Brianna
wow.
Stewart is 22.6. Arike is at 22.4. And then you have Nafisa Collier at 21.8.
Even though she had herself a day last night, 33-10.
Exactly. Neka Omugumuke is at 19.9. So her and Jackie Young are tied at 19.9. So let's see, Brittany's at 19.2. Deladon's at 18.6, and Satu Sabali grounds out at 18.6. That's your top 10 right there. So. So, and then let me see. Rebounders, you got your top 5, Alyssa Thomas, Brianna Stewart, Nalisa Smith.
Yeah, Nalisa Smith has been it's been a vacuum on the glass.
Exactly. So, let me see. Right now for New York, it just seems like Brianna is all over the place. Says she's leading fantasy points at 45.5 per game.
Because I bet Benigel Laney.
What'd you do with Laney? I'm sorry.
I have her in my fantasy team.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not being on fantasy, so.
I mean, right now, like you said, Kelsey Plum's right now the current leading. We're only one at double figures, 15 points, 4 assists, with 1 rebound. Jack, man, that's kind of unusual to see Jackie Young off to this bit of a slow start. Because she's usually always the one that's leading the scoring most of the time on this team.
Mm-hmm. Same thing
Especially,
with New York. It's usually either Brianna or Sabrina that kind of jump starts, and I think John Coyle's what leading right now, if I'm not mistaken.
no, Brianna Stewart's your leading scorer right now, currently. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
Okay.
Your second, yeah, and John Coyle's second behind her was 6 points, 1 rebound, or no, I'm sorry, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and obviously shooting. Good sample size, 3, even though not really much she can do. But Brianna Stewart overall 4-7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3. As your team though, I mean, not really much to go off of. I mean, you're combined two for 6 from behind the arc. And Alicia Clark picks up her first, team second. Now you got Vandersloot out to Stewie. Stewie, tough defense in her face, hands it off to Courtney Vandersloot. Vandersloot, tough defense, and we get another foul. It's gonna be that's gonna be set. That's gonna be on Jackie Young. That's her first. Team.
Let's see.
They got another turnover by the Liberty. Here comes Jackie Young leading the charge. Jackie Young out to Clark. Clark picked up by Stewart. And we got a kick ball violation on New York.
2 for 5, 6, 7. 2 for 7 and 3-pointers. So they're not doing. You guys are 2 for 5. So
both teams not. That's the thing too. We don't really rely on the 3 ball a lot.
New York does. They lead the league in 3-pointers.
1 for 3, a little bit off the mark. Make that 2 for 6. Still weird. With the off the glass, that was good for 2 by Brianna Stewart.
Good seal block right there for looked like by John Coyle Jones.
And we get a timeout on the floor at 5:07 here in the second. So 30-37.
Let's see game charts. Let me check the game charts. It's not giving me anything. All right, here we go. Bench points 6-5 for Vegas. Team turnovers: New York has 5, Vegas has 2, and you guys have 8 points off of turnovers.
But you're out. You're pretty much outscoring us 5-4 in the fast break points category.
Yeah, 5-4. So but the biggest thing is the turnovers right now for New York.
Yes, the turnovers. Yeah, pretty much. Yes,
it's the turnovers. 8-0 in turnovers. That's your difference right there because it's a 7-point lead.
Yeah, I mean we're in for the turnovers, man. This could have been at least almost close to 2, at least be a tie game. The way but like I said, turnovers sometimes can make a difference, can make a break.
Make sure everybody hits that like button.
Absolutely. But overall, I still consider if the Liberty, like I said, I think it's me hard to talk about this on the show at one point, that the Liberty can, like, not say, if they can get themselves together in a good shape, who's to say that's the team I can see that can pursue a WNBA title.
No, exactly. I mean, right now for New York, this has been the toughest stretch of games for them. So, and I've said when I saw these games, I said this is really going to dictate, or
where this team stands.
It's going to shape their season. They've already won. They've already beat the number 4 and the number 2 teams in the standings. Now you're playing the number 1. Now number 1 is just that much further along. So But again, it also can build up confidence and set you up for the rest of the season. So, because we all know Vegas is a well put team, a well put together as a team. So,
Absolutely. But your next three games, you guys should have no problems handling these teams. Two against Seattle, one against
mhm,
Phoenix, your next three
yes.
games. And they got Indiana. Well,
Hmm.
I think Indiana might give you a run for your money, even though they're 5-9, but they are one. That's a scrappy team, which I have to give them credit for. I mean, man, they made my Aces a living hell on Monday
Well, see,
night.
Indiana's just starting to round out. I mean, they were growing, and it all started with Boston. All right, Jack City. That's what's up. Definitely be there.
No, absolutely.
Are we in the zone? Looks like we're in the zone. We're in the zone.
I got Gray
And
out to Young.
coach,
Young back to
I
Chelsea
didn't like that.
Gray.
I didn't
Back
like
to
that. I
Young.
did
Wide
not
open
like that.
three. Down it
I did
goes.
not like
Jackie
that. I
Young.
did not like that coming out of a timeout and going into a zone.
I say I'd rather stick to man-to-man coverage or man-to-man defense. Vandersloot to Laney. Laney out to John Claude Jones, even though our interior defense is non-existent on that position. That's good. And just Jones had her way. Yeah, Plum pick now draw
It's
the
not.
attention of
Ooh,
Vandersloot.
ooh, that's a big offensive foul.
Yeah, that's a charge. And just shoved with that. Looks like that off arm. Yeah, that's it. That's an easy.
Mm-hmm.
That Sloot out to Jones.
They're really sticking to Sloot, not letting her get that 3-pointer off.
And Sloot picked up by Jackie Young. Now to Stewart, drawing the double team by both Plum and Alicia Clark. And that is almost taken away, but
The double
wow,
team.
somehow that's going to be a shot clock violation
That was
on
great
New
double
York.
team. That was a great double team right there. You caught New York at the right time. They weren't ready for it. So the one thing you should have done is I would have liked to seen some guards working their way back to Stewie. John Quill, settle down.
And John Quill looks like she might have gotten tagged for the Liberty's turn 13 foul. Yeah, I mean double team with the two smaller guards.
Mm-hmm.
You got Clark
Yeah.
on Laney. Clark for three. In and out, pulled down by Courtney Vandersloot. Leading the point, has to put the brakes on. Hands it out to Johannes, who's come onto the floor. Now draws the attention, and Kelsey Plum pokes it away. Now it looks like we're going to the other way.
Mm-hmm.
To Las Vegas. I don't know, man. I look like Kelsey Plum might have been not. We're going to have Alicia Clark take a breather on the bench. And now we got Chelsea Gray coming up half court.
Good
now
cut.
to Wilson.
Good cut.
Wilson out to Young, and that is good for two by Jackie Young. Like no interior defense underneath the basket. Yeah, Vandersloot.
Kelsey Plum is really riding her hard.
And that's going to be out of bounds again. That's going to be another Liberty turnover. Forced by Kelsey Plum.
They're really hedging too hard a little. To me, they're really hedging. It's opening up that back door.
Now we got Wilson. Let's say out to Parker for three. Down it goes for Candace Parker. That's her second three of the night. And we get a timeout by the Liberty at 2:43 here in the second.
There is the turnovers and that defense.
You ain't wrong, Coach.
I mean, and the one big thing that I've been saying all year round, teams are going to get physical with the Liberty. I mean, I've seen it
I
with
mean,
Stewie.
I can't disagree with that because I think that's kind of what I guess that's like you guys' just philosophy is try to play some physical basketball. And a lot of times, I mean, I've seen it. Sometimes it does go against you a lot of times because you open up like multiple lanes where you have like because if you have John Cole Jones like underneath the basket, like you'll have there's going to be times where you will have to pull her out, and that's where you'll see like a lot of the open looks and just
Mhm.
like I said, you've seen it with Kelsey Plum kind of just eat you guys up inside.
Well, it's also what I'm talking about is teams are being physical on
Oh
the
yeah,
Liberties, and the Liberty have to fight through that. They really do. They really have to fight through that, and not let it get into their heads. Because sometimes I wonder, does it get into their head? They start to,
they second guess themselves.
and get frustrated. No, don't get frustrated. Trust and
You ain't
work with
wrong.
each other. So
It's just like you guys got a great team on paper. A lot of times, sometimes if you can't execute it, a lot of times it's not going to be a good look. But I don't. But yeah, Kelsey, jeez. And Kelsey Plums, I know she's looking for another contract extension because this is her last year on her extension, and that's going to be a push off apparently on Courtney Vanders. Nope, I don't.
uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, they're going to attack Plum for that. That's going to be the team's fourth. Out to Inescu, out to Jones. So that is good for two by John Claude Jones. Also, that's Carol Thornton. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No, they went small again.
Oh, I did not notice.
Yeah,
I
the thing
did not
that
notice he took John Claude off the floor.
the thing that's hurt in New York in this situation is because you don't have Stephanie Dawson. That's why. I
Yeah,
mean, you
I've
don't.
noticed.
Yeah,
Gray, that is good for two.
you have Naira, who she's still a rookie, so you don't want to go with her
Hey, you
right.
need help.
Yeah, exactly. So
And Dole and Sloot. Ooh, nice layup. Good for two by Vandersloot. Now we got Young driving to the basket. Kicks it out to Gray. Taking on Laney. Laney, tough defense. Now with a double team. And unfortunately, there's the foul coming against New York. Oh, man, talk about not being there. Got a minute 30.
good one defense. Good defense, Stewie.
And turnaround jumper for Parker. Can't get that to fall. And Laney pulls down the board. Hands it out to Inescu. Picked up by Plum. Screened by Stewart. Stewart out to Thornton. Back to Stewart. Stewart now taking out Wilson. Now Parker draws the attention, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be the 15th foul, and that's going to be going against Chelsea Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Like free throw.
Yeah, she fouled her. What's she complaining about? She fouled her.
That's what I'm wondering. Like you clearly fouled her. Like, come on now.
No, this is not the fifth foul. Side out.
And Nescu around the screen by Stewart for three.
Good follow, John Quell. That's the way to get.
And good put back by John Quell Jones. Now that's good for two. Yeah, Gray.
The back door.
Out to Parker. Oh, wow. Nice backdoor cut. Good for two by Candace Parker. Vandersloot for mid-range. Too short. And falls in the hands of Stewart. Stewart from mid-range. Down it goes for Breanna Stewart. And we get a timeout by Las Vegas at 37.7 here.
No, it's not too crazy, Arco. I mean, we all knew that Harden stuff was going to come down. So
You ain't wrong.
Even if he re-signed, like I was talking to Mitch earlier, what happens if he doesn't leave, Philly? You just play out with him. So now, if you want to say Harden probably could have got more money, I don't know.
I don't think teams were not going to really to pay what for a guy. Well, who doesn't really wants to show up when he wants to.
I don't think anybody's going to pay. He was going to get 39, so I don't think he was going to get that on the open market. Houston is not interested, so
I mean they're a team that they got some really nice. They had a really nice draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack C brought up an interesting about about Prince.
Well, Prince, number one, Prince is on a hardship, so it's like in the NBA a 10-day contract because Hangzhou is overseas playing for the international team with China. So now, why isn't she playing? Because Marie Johannes has been playing her ass off. She's been playing her ass off, and coach wants to go pretty much with a 3-man guard rotation right there, and then Pip will come in and give a breather, if it's really needed or if you run into foul situation. But for the most part, she's been going with Sloot, Sabrina, and Johannes. So that's just a rotation.
And I think it was at the FIBA World Cup coming up as well, both the men's and women's. So, I mean, 35 seconds. Ray picked up by Laney. Hands it out to Parker, who has gotten her fair share of shots. Hands it off to Plum. Plum around a couple defenders.
Ooh, good.
And post up. And that is stripped away. That's going to be falling into the hands of a good defense by the Liberty. Down to 15 seconds here in the second. Shot clock's unplugged. And we got Sloot to Stewie. Stewart out to Sloot. And Sloot will draw the contact. And that's going to be Kelsey Plum's second.
What is she complaining about? I mean,
that she definitely reached. They grabbed her arm.
It's crazy the way she has her arm. You're going to lose that. Don't challenge that.
I don't think she didn't bother challenging it. So
yeah,
I'll just. And the first by Vandersloot gets the friendly roll, and that's good. Good for her first attempt. It's 49-41 with about a 1.2. Man, Peggy, you better chill before you get teed because you already had a technical before.
Wow. Okay.
And we're at the half. We're at the half.
So let me see who's played what. Scores. Let me see. Willoughby, I know Piff hasn't played. So Naira's only played 3 minutes. Johannes played 7 minutes. So right now, for the most part, she's going with a 6-man. She's running with a 6-man rotation with the major minutes. Then because then let me see. Kayla has 11 and a half, and then Marie has 7. So and then for you guys are pretty much 8.5, 8. So you're pretty much running almost a 7-man. I mean, you could say we're running a 7-man rotation too. So and then in terms of points, where's the points? Well, the plus minus. Yeah, everybody's plus on your end, while on our end,
all y'all are just in the negative, or just with all the minus.
Yeah, Sabrina is the most at -9. Jonquel is at -2. Naira is on -2, but she ain't played that much. Courtney's at -3. Okay.
Mm.
Between Courtney, Brenija, and Stewie, they played the most minutes at 16. And pretty much Jackie, Aja for you guys, 16. Chelsea Gray has played 18 minutes. Kelsey Plum, 18. So she's really riding those guys. Let me see,
Yeah,
Kelsey has
pretty
15
much.
points. Yeah, 15 points. We have two in double figures, but you guys are spread out a lot more in terms of your scoring. So that's where it is right now. So I mean, the adjustment. I want to see the adjustment defensively because that's the biggest thing for me with the Liberty defensively. And then maybe your three. Let me see. Let me double check 3 pointing, 3 point shooting overall. We've hit two 3 pointers, and we're 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 2 for 8. So we're at 25%, while y'all are at 4 for 8 at 50%. So right there, you got 6 points. I mean, oh, yeah, 6 points extra. And then the turnovers, yeah, 13 points in turnovers, man. That's really what's killing them.
Yeah.
Let me see. Look at overall D rebounds. We have 17. You have 11. You have 60. We're usually good with assists. We have 13. You have 16. Because we lead the league at about 25 a game, I believe. So, but that speaks to good ball movement. We're 51% overall in team shooting. You guys are 60% for overall in team shooting. Mm.
And it's just like we're just like you said, it's just efficient. We're just taking efficient shots when we really need it, and not force
Exactly.
out that's not there.
Exactly. So points in the paint is 30 for you guys,
He's
28 for
28
the
for us,
win.
but you guys actually did outscore us by at least by one
And
on
bench points.
after first half of play.
Oh, yeah.
And teams, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's points. It's turnovers and the points.
Turnover.
Good
Yeah.
lord! I
Well,
mean,
it's not
combined for
even
these
oh,
teams, are
you
actually
know
showing
what?
it. There's 13 NCAA national champions combined
Uh-huh.
from these both teams. That's fucking nuts. I mean, Kelsey,
You know what? It's in the turnovers. It's really not it's the points off the turnovers.
yes, yes.
That's where it is. If we have 0 points over turnovers, while you have 13, then that's the biggest difference because the turnovers is 8 to 5, so it's only three turnover differential. I mean, it's still big, but those
It's
points over
just
turnovers, yeah,
yeah,
it's
turnovers
just
are going to
killing.
kill you most times than not.
So I mean, if I'm coach, I'm really stressing that, man. Opportunities you got to score if you get the turnovers. I mean, and the little things, 3 point shooting, we definitely have to do better on. You can't be 25% when you're leading the league in 3 points attempted and made, and percentage wise, and you just got to fight through the physicality of the aces.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, bro, okay?
All right, man. All right. Yeah, I gotta get me some water. So I'll be back, guys. Stay around. Boom, boom. Shout out to everyone that's been in the chat, man. Righty. Alrighty then. Whew. Oh man. I think another thing too, I actually wanted to mention too. Hopefully your head coach actually doesn't want to start going zone right out of half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's like the worst thing you want to do, especially coming out of a commercial break.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to throw it in during the course of the game, but not out of a timeout because the Aces are too good for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, see, they're highlighting that 13 points off of turnovers.
I mean, other scores you have Phoenix. Well, they're kind of dismounting. Well, that remains to be seen with the rest of Indiana. They're up 52-35. And it's a 2-point lead for Minnesota in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So 48-46 in Seattle, 52-35 in Phoenix at the Footprint Center. Let's see.
Let me see that Minnesota game. I want to see box score. Is the Mag
Beggar. I don't know. I always said Magnabor for whatever reason.
Yeah. Magbagor, whatever.
Yeah, 11 points, 2 assists, 7 boards, and almost in 18 minutes.
Diamond Miller's got 9. Nafisa got 12.
And Julia's got 16.
Mm-hmm. Ivana dope shit. Okay. So let me check out Phoenix, Indiana. Phoenix is killing it. So, my girl Sophie, come on, Sophie, step it up, baby.
I'm guessing Rutgers alumni.
No. I just love her game.
Oh,
trust
me. I had people in. I think when I did we would just put a walloping on Phoenix because at the time they didn't have BG was still out with the hip injury. Taurasi with a hamstring injury. So yeah.
Let me see. Brittany has 15.
15 and 5. 15, 5 and 4.
Taurasi has 8. Maura Jefferson is 9. So.
Well, yeah, so current leading scorers, both Kelsey 15, 5, 1 and 5. Spread story coming out of the half, 14, 3 and 3.
Mm. All right, let me get back to it. All right, so I'm going to stay. Yeah, but they got 7 players. 1, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 7 who scored. New York is what 2, 4, 6. No, we have 7. We've had 8 who played, but 7 who scored. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, the second half.
Yep.
How does New York adjust? Because that's the biggest thing. Let me see, because you're saying Bernage has 3, Sloot has 6. Yeah. Need Bernage to step up. She's 1 of 4 overall.
Mm.
John Paul Jones is 5 of 5. Brianna Stewart is 6 of 10. Manescu is 1 of 5. We need Manescu and Laney to step up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I mean, yeah, you can't be relying on Jones and Stewart forever. You guys, you need the other sporting cast to step up, especially you're playing a team that's right now currently defending the reigning and defending WNBA champs.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's only a 7-point deficit, but at least it's not a blowout like some of the last few games that I've done for this Aces team.
But see, it's also a matter of, you know what, you need just primetime players to step up. And
Absolutely.
those little things matter.
Now, Stewart picked up by Wilson to Sloot. Vandersloot with the pump fake actually pulls it back out to a Nescu. Back to Sloot. And looks like Jackie Young's going to knock it out of bounds at 9:43. A quick 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Stewart splits a couple of defenders out to Laney, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Mm-hmm. They seem rattled, man. They really seem rattled.
And side out to Gray. 9:33 to go. What's good, Eagles? What's good, AK?
AK, what's up, brother?
Got Parker. Now to Young. Tight defense, and we get a foul on the. So Nescu draws the personal. Team first. We got Gray out to Parker. Parker out to Jackie Young, picked up by Vandersloot. Jackie Young.
Yeah, AK, I'm
and good dump off. Good for 2 by Candace Parker. I don't know. Don't even know how in the hell Jackie Young actually got past that double team. Jackie Young still continues to surprise me. That 3 is no good from Laney and pulled down by Parker. Now taking on John Quell. Parker with a fadeaway, cannot hit and rebound. And offensive board back to Plum. And nice bounce pass to Wilson. That is good for 2 off the assist number 4 from Kelsey Plum. So Sloot out to was that Jones? It might have been Jones with that good looking fadeaway, just a little bit too strong off the back rim.
They're killing
him. Gray. Oh, whoa! That is couple thread the needle from Chelsea Gray. And a quick New York timeout.
That's what I have a problem with. They're going under the cut. It should be hedging over the top, extending, coming over the. John Quell did not identify her defender, identify her player because Candace Parker is her player.
Yeah, and he had to get a mismatch with Vandersloot to pick up the pieces.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Hey, you're good. Chelsea Gray with 4 assists as well. Sloot to Stewart. Back out to Inescu. Picked up by Plum. Back out to Stewart. Posting a Wilson. And looks like Stewie's going to draw the contact on Asia Wilson. That's going to be the Aces will commit their first team foul
Mm-hmm.
here in the second half.
Okay, Asia Wilson.
And you got Chelsea Gray's mom in attendance tonight. And good block by Candace Parker. It comes away with the basketball. And it's going to be a one-on-one with Asia Wilson. And off the glass. That is good by Asia Wilson. And Vandersloot will have to put the brakes on and kicks it right back out to Stewart. Stewart, deep three. Off the mark. Rebound by Parker. Parker out to Wilson to Young for 3. Down it goes for Jackie Young.
They are just killing them.
And Inescu out to Jones, and that's going to be kickball on Chelsea Gray.
Finally, something.
Out to Inescu for 3. That's easy money. Oh, an 11-0 run by the Aces. Good Lord. And the Aces are 5 from 9 from 3 at 55.6% as a team. Wilson for 3. A little bit too off the back rim. Pulled out by Laney. And Stewart will take it off for the Liberty. We'll hand out to Laney to Inescu. Inescu drawing the double team. Nice cut. That's a good ball movement. And John Quell for 3, and that is money. That's the second 3 for the Liberty here in the second half. We got Gray on around the screen. Gray will take it himself. Down it when Rouse at home for 2. Jones out to Vandersloot. Sloot for 3. A little bit off the mark, but too strong on that 3. Pulled down by Plum, who will out to Parker, to Wilson in the post. And Wilson will draw the contact. That's going to be the second team foul on the Liberty at 5:43.
Yeah, guys, I agree with you. It makes no sense Harden to the Knicks. Even though Mitch seems to love that idea. Every time I say it's not happening, he's like, oh, you're looking for any excuse not to.
And that first free throw is good by Asia Wilson. 68-43 or 63-48. Not a good start to the fourth quarter if you're a Liberty fan. So both 3 of those are good by Wilson. They got Sloot now taking it up for the Liberty, hands it off to Inescu. Inescu now picking up Asia, again, draw the attention of Wilson. To Sloot, looks like to Laney in the corner. That 3 can't fall. And offensive rebound to Inescu. with the scoop and score. That is good for 2 by Sabrina Ionescu. And Gray taking up with 5:14 here in the third. Ace is up 14. Gray for 3. A little bit too strong. And rebound pulled down by Stewart. And here comes Ionescu. Picking up by Plum. And Ionescu. And that is tipped by Asia Wilson. And somehow that's saved by Stewart. Stewart, tough shot, can't fall. And that's going to be a loose ball. Be a foul on the floor. That's our first team second here in the second half. And timeout at 4:46.
Aces are they're a well-rounded team.
And plus we still had that chemistry from last year as well. I mean, we had to subtract a few pieces, but really not much to really make a difference.
You didn't lose your core. That's the whole point. That the Liberty really are building a whole new core, and a whole new team. So, which is a big difference.
I mean, look, Teresa Plaisance, even though when she was coming off the bench, she was actually a nice, solid 6 woman off the bench for us. But I think we kind of upgrade over it with Alicia Clark coming off the bench as well. Even though with all the minus the De'Erica Hamby BS that was going on, that was the only distraction from this team was that De'Erica Hamby situation.
The one thing I will say about this game, this is going to be a great measuring stick for the Liberty and a learning tool.
Absolutely.
You'll see where you stand.
I couldn't agree more with that.
See what you need to do, because right now the biggest thing, more than anything, it was always the turnovers and the points over turnovers. They're missing some shots, but that's going to always come. But excuse me, the points over turnovers, that is a big killer. So for any team, let me double check what it is now.
I'm pretty sure it's either 15 or 20 somewhere.
15-0 in points over turnovers, and
Jackson. So the thing with De'Erica Hamby is because all of I think what Becky Hammond was actually confiding about it, Becky with Hamby being pregnant at the time last year, and when all that shit was coming out, that the league suspended Hammond for 2 games, even though that really didn't really bother us. But it's just we didn't really play. We did come out some of the gates slow early, not to what I would expected from this team, but we really didn't get bothered from that distraction. It was just not great. And the fact that changed. And to be honest, I like what the Sparks have over there. It's just, man, we just kill them. We just have 12. I think we should be 13. When do we play them next? Because the only issue I know Key, because that team sometimes gets on our nerves a little, because the only she gets on her nerves about is them not closing out games. That's the issue with the Sparks.
What station are you watching it on?
I got Amazon on Amazon Prime Video.
Okay.
We're also having Leap Packs is also great too.
Yeah, I got it on. Yes, that's why.
And Stewart's is gonna draw the contact. That's gonna be the third on the Aces, right out of that break. So 2 free throws coming for Stewie.
Right now, they got to work to try and get this down to single digits.
And obviously, And Stewie 1-2, and she gets her own miss. And baby hooked by Stewie, cannot get that to go. Offensive rebound, and John Claude Jones is going to, that's be the fourth on the Aces, and looks like John Claude is going to go to the line for 2.
All those clutch buckets, though, to me, a lot of them are coming off of turnovers, man. Defense is not getting set. Defense is not back.
And John Claude, actually, already 13 points and 5 boards. Obviously missed the first free throw attempt. And free throw number 2, both, man, breaks them both. You got Plum now taking off for Las Vegas. Now kind of directing traffic. And hands out to Parker. Out to Young. Good pass. Good for 2 by Candace Parker to Jackie Young.
Here we go again.
Salute. Out. And that's picked off by Jackie Young. That's another turnover by the Liberty. Jackie Young. Step back 3. A little bit too strong. And Anescu pulls down the rebound. And hands out to Stewart. Now to Sloot. And Sloot has it taken away by Chelsea Gray.
And so on turnovers.
And Gray with a bounce pass to Wilson. That is good for 2. So overall, 42-30 in terms of points in the paint between these two teams.
Another turnover.
And still be out to Jones. And Jones has it taken away again. And she has no chance but to foul Asia Wilson. And Jackson, it's not just Jackie Young, but it's also Kelsey Plum that's been carving you up as well on the interior. Already 11 points and 5 assists for Chelsea Gray tonight.
That's a technical foul.
And Plum to take the technical free throw. That's easy.
This is a big statement for the rest of the league, too.
Yeah, pretty much.
New York is a good team, but...
And Plum out to Young. Thought about a 3. Putting Laney on ice skates, and it looked like it'd be a reach, and that's going to be the 4th on the Liberty. So you got a Serba now coming from the bench for the Liberty. A side out for Las Vegas and out to Stokes. Now to Young, screen by Plum. Now Stokes with the screen out to Wilson, to Stokes in the paint. She can't get that to fall. She looks like she took a shot. A little bit slow to get up.
Sabrina.
So the upcoming schedule games for the Aces, you got Connecticut Sun on Sunday. You got July 1st. Then you got 2 games against the Wings on the 5th and the 7th. Then we're back at it, and then the Lynx on the 9th. And then we host the Mercury on the July 11th at 7 o'clock at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And the first cannot go for Kia Stokes.
Stephanie is out with a high ankle sprain. She's going to be out for some time.
Yeah, I tell people this too. Ankle sprains are no goddamn joke. Because even when you come back for it fully healthy, you still have a higher chance of re-aggravating it. But we've got Stewie out to Johannes. Johannes out to Laney to Stewie in the post. Good look. And could not get that to fall. And we get another jump ball at 2:41.
Yeah, you definitely need her size. That's why we're going small. Two of your bigs are gone right now, and Dolson and even Hanju, who's overseas internationally playing.
Absolutely. And Liberty wins the jump ball, but that shot cannot fall for Stewart. Now we got Jackie Young picking it up. About 2.5 to go here in the third. Young for three. Down it goes. Jackie Young. And we get a timeout at 2:26.
Maybe that Indiana game woke him up.
Pretty much. Good Lord, that Indiana game was just terrible. Which is unusual. The Indiana forced Las Vegas 10 first half turnovers. That's like, was not great.
This is, like I said, this is going to be a tough one, man.
Yeah. I think I said this a couple times too. I don't be surprised if Jackie Young gets some MVP consideration. The way this is her. I mean, a two-time All-Star, obviously with a WNBA champ, and also most improved player as well from Jackie Young.
Mm-hmm. You just got to come back, and you got to take it one play at a time, one series at a time.
I mean, 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists for Jackie Young tonight.
Can't look at the scoreboard. You could just look at each possession and focus on that.
Absolutely. Now we got Thornton out to Stewart. And tough little pesky defense by Alicia Clark. Hands it off to Nescu. And that's taken away by Alicia Clark. And Jackie Young. And we'll have to kick it out to Plum. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Very few minutes.
You need to come to New York, baby. Come on, your husband's out here.
I don't know. Even though she's on the last year of her contract, I don't think she's ever leaving Las Vegas at all. Then again, I've seen some crazy shit happen in basketball, so anything's possible, I guess. We got Vandersloot out to Laney. Thought about a three. She steps inside. Out to Sloot. Johannes for three. Down it goes for Maria Johannes. That's 7 points off the bench for Johannes so far tonight. Oh, wow. Mono Ginobili comparison. And that three is no good by Plumbing. Oh, what a save by Asia Wilson. The fresh 14.
Wow, that's not over the back? That's not over the back?
I'm surprised there's no over the back on that. They got Plum taking on Johannes. Plum and gets blocked. Or it looks like kicks it out to Clark for three. Cannot hit. Offensive board to Jackie Young. That's her fourth. Plum out to Young. Clark for three. Down it goes for Alicia Clark. And Sloop with put the brakes on. Out to Laney. Laney taking on Young. To Stewie in the post, drawing a double team.
Good shot.
Out to Vandersloot. with an up and under. That is good for 2. So now we got Plum. Well, coming get some help out by Stokes. Out to Clark for 3 again. A little bit too strong off the back rim. Johannes with the rebound. And and the third quarter comes to a close. Well, it's and down to the final 10 with the Aces up 20. Good Lord.
That was ugly. That was an
That's
ugly
yes. Oof.
Let me see. Yeah, outscored the Liberty 27-14 in that quarter.
And I'm pretty sure it was like 17-0 off a turnover, points off turnovers. I'm guessing, maybe even more.
19-3.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's a 16-point differential. So Liberty are 5 of 15 at 3. And they are 17 of 18 at 3. So, let's see. Brianna's still at 15. John Cole's at 13. While they have 5 players in double figures. Kelsey Plum is 16. Jackie at 15. Asia and Candace Parker both at 12. Chelsea Gray at 11. It's complete domination, man.
That is true. I mean, even though, we'll take our shots from 3, but we don't really. I mean, like because I know you guys are 3-point. I'm trying to think who others. I know those are 3-point heavy. Besides you guys.
I'll tell you 1 second.
Because that's where I've been wondering, like, who's like been
3 points made. New York is made 100 up before this game 136. Seattle Storm was 128. Vegas was 124. So it's really New York was at 38% in 3-point shooting. Vegas is at 37.3, and Seattle was 35.8. So I mean, it's a little difference, but not much.
Yeah, it's not really much to go off of.
Yeah, well, we just got married. Oh my gosh, Josh McDaniels is at the game.
yeah, Josh McDaniels. Yeah, McDaniels and Mark Davis is there.
Wow.
So other upcoming games on national TV, got Washington and Atlanta. I think I got Washington taking that game. Sparks in Chicago. I think that's going to be a very close one. Connecticut, Las Vegas, that's another close one. I could see us maybe dropping that one to Connecticut because we always somehow match up well with Connecticut. They got Gray.
You got Willoughby's in the game. You got Willoughby. Wow.
We got Parker out to Clark in the post. Clark on the baseline out to Stokes. That is good for 2. A good look to Kia Stokes for 2. Now the lead's back up to 22 for the Aces. Under 9.5 to play. So Johannes drops it all to Sloot. So back out to Johannes. And good screen by Thornton. Fadeaway 3, a little bit short. And Parker comes up with the rebound. Parker leading the charge and drops it off for Chelsea Gray. Out to Parker. And that's going to be out of bounds. Still, that ball still staying with Las Vegas.
Yeah, Thornton had to come down on that one.
And Jackie Young, tough shot, can't fall. And that's a rebound pulled down by Thornton. I guess Vandersloot. Out to Thornton in the post. Thornton with the turnaround jumper. A little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Young. And here comes Chelsea Gray. Gray out to Stokes that's Parker for 3. That's good for Candace Parker for 3. Good Lord. Yeah. And that's going to be a foul against Las Vegas. That is going to be their first. So 15 points for Candace Parker and 2 for Vandersloot. The first is money for Courtney Vandersloot. So Jackie Young's going to take a breather on the bench, and here comes Kelsey Plum to take her place. And free throw attempt number 2. Both are good for Vandersloot. Now we got Plum now taking up half court.
You got to push.
And that is a little bit too strong. Thornton with the board. And here we got Johannes now picked up by Alicia Clark. And it looks like Alicia. Now side out to Vandersloot. Goes around a screen. And that is taken away by Parker. Under 8 minutes to play. We got Plum. Plum had to kick it out to Parker. Out to good ball movement out to Gray. Gray from deep 2. Cannot get that to fall. And that was John Quill with the rebound. 7:40 to go. And Sloot on the baseline. And good cut and good for 2.
Jocelyn Willoughby.
To Willoughby.
Willoughby by way of Willingboro, New Jersey.
Hey, you love to see it. And dumps it off to Plum.
Plum having good defensive rotation, man.
Out to Stokes. That is good for 2. A good look by. About to reach the 7-minute mark here in the 4th. Aces up 23. They got Willoughby off to Johannes. Now to John Quill Jones. Out to Vandersloot. Sloot around the screen. Pulls up from mid-range. Cannot hit. And board. Rebound goes to Kia Stokes. And hands it off to Kelsey Plum. 6:40 to go. Clark in the post. And that is just good for 2. And we get a timeout. Leads now up to 25 for Las Vegas. So New York Liberty, largest margin of defeat was 16 points, and that was against the Mystics on May 19th.
First game of the season.
Oh boy, that was ugly. Then again, it says, like, you know what? It's early. Like, still got to get a feel for each other, and well, like I said, it's gonna. I don't think it's not gonna take a while, but y'all, y'all better get something going because, well, then again, it's 40 games. We're 15 games in, 14, give or take. Yeah, 14.
Still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, so we're almost a quarter way in, so you still got some time, and you got to easy next. You got like 3 easy games coming up. maybe 4, depending on what the fever is going to be looking like going
I
in.
wouldn't call any game easy with the Liberty. They
Yeah,
lost to
that is
Chicago. They lost to Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. Oh, jeez, Atlanta was.
They got Epiphany Prince in now.
I think that might be Prince.
That is.
And Prince out to Onescu. Back to Prince. Prince now to Stewart. Stewart dumps on the double team. So 2 free throws coming for Stewart. The defensive 3-second, and that 3 throw is good by Stewart. And Stewart now inbounds it to Thornton, to Onescu. Onescu out to, and that's taken away by Clark. And dumps it off to Plum. Plum out to Parker for 3. A little bit short. Rebound goes to Onescu. Leads the charge for the Liberty.
Man.
Yep.
They just can't get.
And that is taken away by Parker. Now it dumps it off to Gray. Gray for 3. That is money for Chelsea Gray. Onescu from mid-range cannot hit a bucket, and that is pulled down. And we get a jump ball.
She's starting to. Okay. Coaches, it looks like she's really starting to throw in the towel right now. Not gonna lie to you, she's throwing in the towel.
Yeah, trust me, I've seen a lot. And the many games that I've done with the Aces, I've seen the opposing coach pretty much just throw in the towel.
You want to know what? Not with 5.5 minutes left, though.
Yeah, that'd be a bad look.
But that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 27. That's
I'm still trying to fight to get it down. I just have to.
Yeah, I feel I agree with you, but
I also get that you don't want to beat up your superstars.
Yeah, because I think by the time we reach the 90-point mark, that's when you see most of our reserves, Kayla George, Alicia Clark stays on the floor. We should pretty much just empty the rest of our bench out, so we don't have to overwork our starters. Then again, we really don't need to. And not gonna lie, look, I hate blowouts, but I expected more of a close game than this.
We all did.
And just like you said, without Hanju, Stephanie Dolson out with the high ankle sprain,
but all season long, teams have been physical with them, and the Liberty don't play well against physicality. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest issue. And now, the turnovers, I think they have been having, a high amount of turnovers per game, but you've had the talent to offset it. But when talent is equal, turnovers will become costly.
Yeah. Good point.
Let me see. When do they meet up again?
I know we come to you on the next matchup.
I'm just trying to see when. August 6th, or literally a month away. Come back to you August 17th. And then you come to us August 28th. I think that's the last time. Yeah, that'll be the last time.
Yeah, because we play most of these teams 4 times this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like with the Sparks, maybe we could see us dropping one, but I definitely think we're sweeping the season series against the Sparks. Connecticut, I think we're split with the Connecticut Sun, and New York will it be after winning the jump ball to Inescu? Will it be for 3 off the glass? Good for 3. So Willoughby cuts down to 24 and Plum with the Euro step, and that is good for 2.
Offensive. That's
Now,
wow. That was an offensive foul. Wow.
Now that is good for 2 by Sabali. So it's 90-66. Ugh. Yeah, Gray, who manages to gives out to Wilson, and we'll draw the contact. It's going to go to the line for 2. And the first by Wilson. That is good.
Here goes your bench.
And here comes the old bench lineup. And in terms of a blow, Sidney Colson, Kayla George.
And just like you said, around the 90-point mark, there it is.
And the second, that is good by Asia Wilson.
Ooh.
Yes, a volley.
Wow. How could she miss that?
Oh, wow. Kirsten Bell with the steal and a nice coast-to-coast good for 2 by Kirsten Bell.
Nope.
And we got Prince picked up by Colson.
She missed
Here comes Sabali with try to set a screen. Now to Thornton. Back to Prince. Prince. Off to Sabali with an up and under. That is good for 2 by Sabali.
You missed that other layup. It's 92-68. She missed it.
Oh, she did? Oh, I did not notice that. And Wilson, good for 2. Now hands up. So now we got Prince directing traffic.
Bang.
Prince. Bang. E-money for Maria Johannes. So we got Sidney Colson. Out to George. To Gray.
I need Maurice.
Gray out to George. And cannot get that to fall. And Thornton picks up the rebound.
Missed shot by Marie.
And Johannes, that's off the hands of Kirsten Bell. That's going to last. So Stokes and Clark is going to stay in for Chelsea Gray and Asia Wilson. So that's a Johannes picked up by Bell. Now to Prince. Screened by Thornton. Prince. Picked up by George, who's been pesky. And that's going to be a foul. That's going to go against Las Vegas. 2:48. And we get a timeout. So for the All-Star captains tonight, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for Brianna Stewart. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Asia Wilson. Pretty much pretty much identical numbers to finish their night.
But as the old Don Meredith song says, turn out the light, the party's over. But good game by the Aces. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I wish I would have seen a really nice close game between these two. But then again, maybe I mean, how long has Stoll's been out with that ankle sprain? What, about a few weeks now?
This is her third game out.
Third game out, so she would have been. She would be back. What, between?
I don't know. Right now, it could be 3 weeks to a month.
Ugh, man, that's rough.
Hmm?
That's rough for y'all.
I think Steph is that big body, that physical.
Yeah, you went all small ball, and well, a lot of times, that works for us, but just other teams.
It's not that. It's Naira. I mean, she's 6'4", 6'5", and she has good size and girth. But the problem is she's a rookie, or she's a second-year player, but she did not play at all last year because of injury. So this is like her rookie year. So and this is the 14, 15 game. It's a high action game. So any other game she would play.
Yeah, that's
later, Jack. Talk to you.
I appreciate that, Jack.
So we got Seattle, Phoenix, and then Indiana. Oh no, Seattle, Phoenix, Seattle, and then Indiana. But see, now we have breaks. See, that's the other thing too. New York has been game, rest, game, rest, game, rest. I think the last 4 or 5 games. So they've been playing.
Yeah.
So like
they get exhausted quickly.
Exactly. So this is the last game in a long stretch, kind of, and now you don't play again until Sunday. So it's somewhat, but I will say this: I will take this right now, based on the way that they've been playing all their other games. So.
And Chelsea Gray is 7th in franchise history with 500 assists as a member of the Las Vegas Aces. But the first free throw is good. 94-72. Under 3 minutes to play. And both free throws are good. So now we've got Colson leading up the charge.
Double check. Jackie Young was drafted by. Was it Washington? I think Jackie Young was drafted by Washington. Out of Maryland.
No, she was drafted by the Aces out of Notre Dame.
Jackie Young?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking. Or actually, wait a minute. Might read up on that. Yeah, she's never played for the any other team outside of minus overseas. So she's been an Aces player since her career started. That is good by Kristen Bell for 2.
Okay.
They got Willoughby out to Sabale. And taking on George. A tough shot, can't go. I was going to stick with the Liberty with a minute 48 to go here in the 4th. Now out to Prince. Screen by Sabali. And tough defense. Now back out to Prince. Prince, deep 3. Off the glass, can't hit. And we're down to the mid of 30. Oh, I forgot to put the 96-75. And Bell or so Clark out to Colson. Colson to Bell, and Bell. I'm sorry, that's Clark stepped out on the baseline, and that's going to be another Aces turnover. Minute 18 to go. So you got Prince out to Johannes. Johannes back out to Prince. Now Prince drives to the basket and will draw the contact. He's going to go to the line for the 3-point play.
That's right. She did win a championship.
And that is good by Epiphany Prince. So 50 seconds. Colson. Out to Clark. Back out to Colson. Now to George in the paint. George with the fadeaway. That is good for two by Kayla George. 98-78. Johannes. Out to Prince. Prince for three. Down it goes for Epiphany Prince. Now 20 seconds. And obviously playing keep away for the last 10 seconds. One. And that's going to do it.
Good win for you guys.
Good win, but like I said, I at least want like competition, because it just seems like we make it so easy against a lot of teams. Well, I mean, we play some. I mean, besides when we play some competitive ball, man, we just have a tendency to blow teams out. It's like, ugh.
What this is saying is that the Aces are just that much better than the other teams and the rest of the teams.
Yeah,
that's just the reality.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's can teams continue to work to try and close the gap? Hopefully, but now
it's just it's gonna take a while for them to catch the Aces, basically. And hopefully once you get most of your players back, and hopefully it's going to be. But I think overall it's still going to be a good season for the Liberty. But like I said, this game kind of dictates like where I'm saying not where your team stands, but like I said, it's like a measuring stick, as you put it.
So I mean, and that's what you want to see, and now you got
what you have to work on.
You know what you got to work on, what you got to do. And you just got to take it from there.
Absolutely. So, that being said, Coach Ed, may have a pleasure having you on actually tonight.
Pleasure, bro.
And hopefully we'll have you on the Ball with the Ladies, because we got much to talk about for the past few weeks. It's going to be interesting to really talk about a lot of some stuff. For those who have not know, go check out my boy Coach Ed. We guys like the read and attack team. The deep dive, if you're all into that, Coach Ed is your guy.
Just like Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, it'll all be there.
Absolutely. That being said, Coach Ed, man, have a good night, man.
You too. Be safe, man.